Well, why don't we take a wander over to the soybean options and see, or at least soybean pit actually, to see what's happening there. And I can tell you, it's a little bit healthier than we saw things yesterday. And again, I've said this on a bunch of different stations the last couple of days. It's hard to trade when you've got this much money in these markets sloshing around, folks selling things over here to meet margin calls over here. That's going to be a ton of noise that, it's kind of like dodging traffic out on a big highway, right? It might not be going in the right direction, but you still have to worry about it. And that's a problem. So you have to keep in mind when there was a time 32 years ago when I got started, you could be a specialist, and you could really be a soybean specialist, or you could really be a corn specialist, or what have you. But now, with the money that you guys have probably seen come into this market over the last 15 to 20 years, you can be a specialist or have a specialty, but you also have to be aware of what's going on around you. The context of the trades around you are also going to shape where things are going. So, I mean, when we talk about soybeans, let's talk about, hey, what's good is the fact that they've kind of carved out a little bit of low here. They're a little higher today. Love to see that, because we've seen these equities continue in their move of yesterday, not to the severity, but it's still not a good feeling. We open up higher in the equities markets, and now we're significantly lower. But it's nice to see a little bit of a bounce over in the beans, because that's telling me that they're kind of breaking away. They're healthier, and we do see some folks that see some value here. And also, I would say another thing that has probably been not really talked about wildly is that we've seen this dollar back off a little bit over the last few days on the back of the fact that we've sold off hard here in the States when it comes to the asset prices. So dollar a little bit cheaper, good news, right? We've got beans eking their way a little higher. And then lastly, look, we set a 9-month low yesterday in May beans. So maybe that'll be carving in something that we can start to build off going forward. So keep that in mind. That'll be a target for the technicians. And again, when the world around you is acting crazy and you can't make sense of this fundamental news, and sometimes the news is just fun, that's going to be something that's going to be hard to trade off of, and you're going to have to rely back on those technical levels. So technically speaking, we set a new 9-month low in May beans yesterday. Keep an eye on that, because that could be a trigger point in the short term.